and Mr. Pramod Shukla, Lead Research and Development. So I would like to throw some light on the background, how we connected. So I, along with my team member and Dr. Ridesh Prakash sir, we visited CPHI. Yeah, it's the international conference. Again, the exhibition, which used to be organized every year in India. So this time it was in Greater Noida Expo Mart. So we visited and we met Yashna Garg, and we discussed several nutraceutical along with this tuberculosis nutraceutical developed by Professor Hitesh Prakash. So Yashna is the one who is the real catalyst and the driver, and she very immediately identified the need of the hour, and then we shared some detail, very brief detail about this technology with Yashna, and we had an online meeting where they showed some interest, and then they asked some details regarding the commercial, technical, and the protocol for the phase 2 clinical trial. And then we shared some data. And then Yashna wanted to visit the university, actually discuss face to face and see the facility what we have in our university so that we can move further. So, Yashna, you know about the technology. Dr. Ridesh Prakash will give a brief, detailed presentation on the invention. And as I've already mentioned, that this invention has gone through the ICMR also, where it has been recommended for the phase 2 clinical trial and for the nutraceutical category. And that is why we are looking for the industry partner. And presently, we have two collaborators with us. Along with Amity University, we collaborated with Jalma Agra, and a dedicated institute of ICMR for tuberculosis, where the animal studies have been conducted. And we have a collaborator, Dr. Hadda, from AIMS Delhi. He is also involved in this study where the phase 2 clinical trial will be conducted, and he has helped us a lot in providing the tuberculosis related patients. So this is the team you will see right in the PPT of Dr. Ritesh Prakash. And after the discussion, we will see how best we can associate with each other. And at this moment, we are open for both the modes, like we are open for the TOT, technology transfer, at this moment. Terms and condition we will discuss afterwards once you show your interest for the mode of collaboration. And another one is you can become our contract manufacturing organization. We take you as a contract manufacturing organization, and then we move further for the phase 2 clinical trial. So these are the two options at the moment. And as per your interest and the best suitability of both the organization, we will move further. Now, I would request Dr. Silvamurthy sir to kindly address the guest and the inventors.
Good afternoon, friends. It's a great pleasure to welcome our friends from this very important company which deals with nutraceuticals, Team Zeon Lifesciences Lab. And I have come to know from Meenakshi that this company is doing a great job in terms of the pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals, and many other areas which is of interest to Amity as well. So let me welcome Mr. Pramod Shukla, the lead and the R&D chief, and also our Mr. G.P. Sharma, and above all, our friend, Mr. Yashna Garg, who is responsible today for bringing this connect through Meenakshi. And I deeply appreciate your presence over here. And we are not just looking for only this technology. We are looking for a long-standing partnership with Zeon. Because this is one product which we have, which is in a very high advanced stage, but there are many nutraceuticals which could also find applications subsequently. So I look for a long-standing partnership with your company. So your presence here today reassures my hope that we will look for many avenues for R&D collaboration. Now about Amity, as you know, you are talking to a big group, which is just not a small, this university, what you see. It is a part of Amity universe, which is 12 universities in India, independent universities, 18 campuses abroad, 28 schools, 250,000 students, 10,000 faculties, 5,000 PhD scholars. So it's a big universe. So you are now discussing with that kind of the great organization, which has been built as a global brand in education, research, innovation in those fields. So, and this is also a research and innovation driven university. So I want to give certain statistics to you. Today we have more than 2,750 patents filed, which is one of the indicators. 2,750 patents, of which 500 have been granted already, and many of them are in pipeline to be granted. So we are innovating, and one of the indexes the patents. The second the indicator is how many of them are monetized out of this. So we have 35 technology transfers we have done through Dr. Meenakshi, Dr. Rashi, and the whole team, Sashank, and the whole team of uh, Directorate of Innovation and Technology Transfer, which she heads as director, Dr. Meenakshi. So this is a research and innovation driven university. So we are not only filing patents, getting it granted, translating them into deliverables. It could be a product, technology, process, or a solution to a problem. We have also published 52,000 research papers in journals of repute, including Lancet and Nature, and also advanced materials. A lot of clinical journals also we publish. So we are publishing in immunology journals, top journals in immunology, and also we have very good R&D facilities today. If you visit some of those, we have a cell culture facility, BSL-2 plus facility, and we do have the central instrumentation facility with PAX mission. We have NMR 400 megahertz system. So you have, I'm just naming a few just to show that what is the R&D strength in terms of infrastructure. And we have more than 300 science and technology domain scientists working as faculties here. So that is another strength. So you need people, you need the research infrastructure. Ultimately, you need to have the right kind of ecosystem, which we have created to enable technologies to mature. So we have a technology enabling center. If the TRL level is 2, 3, how do I mature it to 7, 8, 9, so that the industries can easily absorb and then manufacture, scale up, and produce them? So we have a technology enabling center. And we have an incubation center. We have Amity Innovation Incubation Center, which has nurtured more than 1,200 startups. We have Amity Venture Capital available today with us. So we have all this system available, ecosystem. So we have people, we have infrastructure, we have the right ecosystem. So we look forward to partnership with. Now coming to this particular research, which our uh, Hirdesh Prakash, he has done. We have worked together right from DRDO days. I was the DG DRDO for 10 years, 40 years of service in defense research and development organization, of which 10 years as DG and additionally 11 years as director of two institutes and third institute, INMAS, sometime, and then DPAS DAPR for 11 years as director. So I have brought that rich experience from DRDO and given to Amity for 13 years here. So I have contributed to this ecosystem, what has been built. So coming to the research which Dr. Hridesh Prakash and the brilliant team have done, tuberculosis today is a big problem, not only in India, but globally. And particularly if you look at the global burden, disease burden today, it is more than 10 million. 10 million annually. Every annually you add 1 crore of TB patients. So that is the magnitude. So why I'm telling the market what is available today, every year the disease burden in tuberculosis is 1 crore. That's a big number. If you look at Indian contribution, 28% of that disease burden annually comes from our 28 lakhs people. Every year becomes patient. And every day, it's almost 37 people die due to tuberculosis. So that is the magnitude. And 3.23 lakh of deaths happen every year only due to tuberculosis in India. So that is the magnitude. So we have to prevent it as the institution, researcher, and the industry together. We have to solve the problem. So that is why this partnership today. We are looking for this partnership. So Amity has come out as usual with innovative approach. And Dr. Hridesh Prakash, one of the outstanding scientists of Amity, and so whom I have known for, worked together for 30 years. And he is a brilliant scientist who is the director of Amity Center for Translational Research. So this center is focusing on translational research, how we give a new solutions. It could be a pharmaceutical, it could be a nutraceutical, it could be a new drug development. That is what he is focusing on. One of the product which he has come out for this problem of tuberculosis is a nutraceutical. So that is the innovation which we are going to discuss today. And this nutraceutical, he has already completed animal studies for efficacy, safety. All this have been done. Preclinical safety studies and efficacy studies have been completed. Now we approach the ICMR, because ICMR has got the Indian Council of Medical Research, where Amity Group has got a formal MOU signed with them for the past about more than 10 years. Yes, we are working together with all ICMR institute through a formal MOU, which every 5 years get renewed. So we work with all the ICMR laboratories and institutions. So that is very rare for a private university to have a formal MOU with ICMR. And he has worked with JALMA, which is there at Agra as one of the major partners which deals with tuberculosis. And so we are very proud to have our partners, the co-PAs, coming from this JALMA, which is our Amit Singh. Dr. Amit Singh, he is scientist E from ICMR National Institute of Leprosy, Agra. And also Vijay Hadda, who is the pulmonary medicine medical specialist working in AIMS, Delhi. And they are our partners in this endeavor as clinicians. They are basic scientists, and also they are clinicians participating in this as partners. So we have Dr. Vijay Hadda from AIMS, Delhi, top institution, and also JALMA, which is the specific ICMR institute dealing with this. So you can understand the significance of this. So I'm sure that you will, this meeting will be looking at how do we build this partnership. Some specificity is about this product is, it is against MDR, multi-drug resistant tuberculosis, which is a major challenge to us. So this nutraceutical, which is coming out with specific to tuberculosis, is not non-specific, the adaptogen type, it improves the immune, the potent the immunomodulation it does. It is specific to tuberculosis. The other is it acts against the MDR, multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. And also he has looked at the adjunct therapy. How do we use it? It's not going to replace the conventional therapy. How do you speed up the treatment? If you reduce it from 6 months to 3 months, it's tremendous, significant. So he is looking at how do you use this nutraceutical as an adjuvant therapy or adjunct therapy. So you have the conventional, the anti-tubercular drugs, but then to speed up the prognosis of the patients and also treatment faster, reducing the treatment period is quite significant. That's what this nutraceutical is going to do. Let's listen from him, and I welcome all our partners from both JALMA as well as from AIMS, Dr. Vijay Hadda, as well as Dr. Amit Singh. Meenakshi, congratulations for this initiative. I look forward to a fruitful outcome. I'm sure we will bring out a new modality of cooperation with your institutions, and Zeon will be our very big partner for us, not only in this product, but in many more products to come. So once again, I thank you for your presence here. Looking forward to interacting with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words and giving the brief overview of the Amity universe. And sir, with your permission, as Dr. Vijay Hadda needs to go, so may I request Professor Vijay Hadda from AIMS Delhi to kindly say few words.
Jay,
some glitches which can happen during these online meetings. So I am Dr. Vijay Hada. I am professor in the Department of Pulmonary Medicine at All India Institute of Medical Science in New Delhi. And Dr. Harday and me have a long association. So some time ago, he came to me that he want to do something in tuberculosis. So at that time, I told him, no, I am not much interested in tuberculosis. But seeing his enthusiasm and the ideas, he was able to convince me, no, we need to do this. And later on, I realized that how much motivated he is. And once we started work, then I was very surprised to see the results. So the results are really, really encouraging. And we want to pass on these lab benefits to the patients. Because all of us as a clinician know that for last many years, there is no new drugs has been added. Other barring two drugs, bedaquiline, which was recently added. Otherwise, for last many years, we are treating all patients with maybe 8 to 10 drugs, and the mycobacteria is so intelligent that it keep on developing resistance to all these drugs. So if we can not discover a new drug, at least we can enhance the effect of existing drugs. In that sense, the nutraceuticals, which we are proposing, seems a solution. And whatever we have done till now is showing very encouraging results. So we want to take it to the next step. And for that, we try to approach ICMR, and to some extent, they have agreed also. So in the same line, we have approached to you. Zeon, so that we can do this trial. And I think Dr. Hardev will be in position to tell a little bit more. So that's all from my side. And as a clinician, I will be always there. And there is no dearth of patients. There are patients who are always looking for new solutions because they are suffering. And already, as at the opening remarks, it was told that despite so many years of our independence, tuberculosis still remains a leading cause of mortality and morbidity in our country. So definitely we need something which can help our patients. So with this note, I think I will stop here. There is sudden unexpected assignment which was given to me today. So I will leave from here and I will stay in touch with Dr. Harde and team. So whatever will be required from clinical side, I'm always there.
Thank you, Dr. Vijay Hadda, for joining online. In spite of the difficulties and hassles today, due to sudden exigencies, and wish you all the best. And thank you for your partnership from AIMS in this endeavor. And we look forward to your collaboration. All the best.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, thanks, Vijay. We look forward to working with you in this. I hope this venture will take us to the desired outcome. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank
Okay, best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, may I request Professor Videsh Prakash to kindly deliver a PPT on the proposed products?
Okay. So good afternoon, one and all here present. And first and foremost, I thanks Zeon team for taking some time out of their busy schedule and visiting us for further discussion. And I'm particularly thankful to Dr. Silva Murthy, who has already set the tone for the discussion. And so thanks, Dr. Tandon here, who is our Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean Health Biosciences Department, Biosciences Domain. So I now, as already we have discussed and given you the hints of what we are meeting for and what this product is all about. So, but still, I would like to give you a formal, you know, background about this innovation. So this will be the tuberculosis specific nutraceutical. And if I'm not wrong, then I think it will be the first of its kind in country. And the team member is myself and Dr. Amit Kumar Singh from Jalma, Agra, and Dr. Vijay Hadda, whom you have just listened. And we are from the MIT Center for Translational Research and trying our hands with the Zeon Life Science with the intention for a very valued cause. So this is the strength of the team. So I think these are few specific about we all three. So we are very much into the health science, and everyone is specific of the tuberculosis, a specialist and a serve expert of tuberculosis in many consortium. So yeah, so this is about the background of the product. So this is innovative and novel anti-tubercular regime. It is both it can serve as a both pro-drug as well as adjunct. And the market need is pretty high, as I think you have heard from Ramurthy sir and Dr. Hadda. Particularly, we are interested in the MDR-TB cohort, that is our main target. Of course, DS cohort is also one of our target. And the major advantage which this innovation is carrying that it's non-toxic, quite effective in controlling and as well as enhancing the sensitivity of anti-tubercular drug for both DS and DRTB that we have done and tested extensively. So this is a background of the product, what is the need. So actually, you might have heard that, the sphingolipids are the major molecule, one of the major molecules which are involved in managing the disease burden, and whenever our host actually, or whenever we get infected or some stress or some mishap happens in our, in the tissue always seek help from the SOS response, right? And sphingolipid actually is one of the SOS response mechanism of the host, where the sphingolipid, you know, uh, provide the shelter, create the homeostatic environment, and also, control the barrier functions. That is very important for the control of the pathogen or any invading agents into the body, right? So, keeping our interest in the tuberculosis or more specifically respiratory disease biology, we have recently demonstrated that sphingolipid are the hidden host-derived antituber component, and it can control and can help the host in controlling the pathogenic microbacteria that we have published in past. And that is again, in association with the Jalma Agra, and this was the outcome of our DVD funded project. But the problem is, here we talked about the S1P, sphingosine 1 phosphate, which is a key sphingolipid, and it is, I think, if you are from pharma, then I think you must be aware how important is this molecule. And this is going to be the next molecule of the next decade. So when talk of the cancer, in chronic inflammatory disease or inflammatory bowel disease, or you name any, for example. But the major problem was that S1P is allergic and autoimmune in manifestation, and you cannot include the TB S1P as a anti-TB regimen because of its autoimmune and allergic manifestation. Especially, if you let's say give this to the animal, they develop rhinitis and some kind of dermatitis because of activation of mast cell, because the mast cells rely on the sphingosine kinase, which is a chaperone for the TNFR1, and this drive their degranulation and releasing the subsequent histamine and prostacyclin or what and all, and that is not good for the TB patient, which is already in the dilatory and pneumothorax condition. So what is the approach? Because see, actually, this is the story of around 2019, 2020. And then I was stuck, how can we can take this technology further, because we are the only one working in country in this area. So we are, I mean it. So from, being a scientist, my the gut feeling actually didn't allow me to sit ideal, and then raised the question, poke me up, hey, find some ways to get along. So for that matter, we found another approach, and that is stimulatory approach by using the de novo pathway. We have many things in the nutraceutical library which can serve as a new, mimetics and trigger for the de novo pathway as well as Salvage pathway. Although Salvage pathway is required, but de novo pathway is the one which actually get activated according to the need. Whenever there is a need, only particular metabolite will get synthesized, not every. Because even in the mitochondria, in the sphingolipid category, there are some sphingolipid which is very good, some sphingolipid which are very bad. For example, sphingosine can favor host, ceramide can favor the pathogen. That's the dilemma now. So we have started our approach by using the stimulatory approach, and here we come with a intervention, then that is ATLS 2021 PA. We have applied for the patent and completed it. Now I think anytime it can be granted. That's what I heard from our patent. Yeah, sure. Indian patent. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So it kills, the beauty of this innovation is that it kills mycobacteria directly, and it induces the reactive nitrogen species and hypoxia, which is important for both killing and the clearance of the bacteria. And it sensitizes the mycobacteria for antitubercular drug, and it has a capacity to lower down the IC50 by 20 times that we have tested with the rifampicin, with isoniazid, with the moxifloxacin, with the doxyfloxacin, and we have also tested the, betaquiline also, right, for that purpose, right? And it promotes the killing of variety of mycobacteria, including a clinical isolate of MDR-TB. That also we have tested. And this isolate is from the Agra, SN Medical College, and it control microbacterium in any animal model system pretty efficiently. And it's immunogenic to the murine as well as human PPMC-derived CD14 positive macrophages oblique monocytes from healthy and PTB, MDR-TB patients. Yeah. Yeah. We have selected the BALPC. Yeah. more sensitive strain. Yeah. Okay. So now we are at the stage where we are looking for the GMP, scale up, and that's where I think our request to you was very much in demand. I think we anticipate a lot on this area because we are the academic institution. We cannot be everything. So for filling the gap, we need you, for example. Yeah. So this is when you go back to the portfolio of these two compound 1 and compound 2 that we have selected, they are pretty safe and has already qualified the phase 1 clinical trial, although with the neuropathy patient. So that gives us confidence that it's safe, it's non-toxic, so can be considered, can be taken up. And these are the 5 clinical trials which is already published, giving the safety profile, right? So this is with this all background, we have approached the ICMR MedTech Mitra team, and they have reviewed it. And I think out of and we have presented this innovation in the last year. TB, this was ICMR uh, meeting, ICMR conference, TB mission. I think this was, yeah. So I think it was in Bharat Mandapam, and there were 4 category: diagnose, treat, and detect. So we were in the treat category, and I'm happy to say that there were only 15 to 20 innovation which were presented in the treat category because that is required. Because even if you diagnose, even if you detect, what's big deal you are doing? Ultimately, if you cannot help the patient which is coming to the doctor with a complete radiobiological analysis, the person needs the treatment. He's come with the hope of getting new tablet, new treatment, right? So for that matter, we have contacted MedTech Mitra, and out of these 20, only 2 were picked up for shortlisted, and ours got only reviewed and approved. So I mean so you can see that there is a very high level of confidence even in the ministry, and they have supported, and this is a team. I think you are aware of the MedTech Mitra. So this is a panel of the team member who have recommended as a nutraceutical. Now, what is the way? So the way forward is, as Dr. Hadda said, that there is a dire need of introducing a new regimen for the TB patients. Why I have selected the TB patient, because 2 of my close relative died of tuberculosis. And when they were dying, I was seeing their condition. My God, they can't lift their hand, they can't eat, they can't swallow. So the condition is that worst. It indicate not only it is beyond the immune paradigm, it is something related to the nutritional balance and metabolic index of the patient. That is question now. So with this mandate, what we have realized that this innovation on the one hand will take care of the TB disease pathology. On the other hand, it will also enhance the nutritional demand of the patient, because this is very much integrated in the metabolic network of the host, right? So now clinically addressing we have 4 major questions. Whether addition of this, our nutraceutical, to both DS patient will improve the sputum conversion. That is the first point to start with, right? And whether it will improve the cure rate at the 6 month, which is the end of intensive care, and then would reduce the microbacterial load in a different time point of the treatment. So if we select the week 2, 4, 6, and 8 in the current regime, and would improve the sputum conversion rate at the 6 month in the DR patient. So this is our PICO analysis, PICO ecosystem. And this is our proposed clinical trial, which also I have discussed with the MedTech Mitra, and they are fine with this. So the development section of ICMR, with whom I work as an expert, so they told me that propose this in the upcoming intermediate grant, which is just announced. So we are ready. We are ready with our portfolio, and with this, I think we are initially planning to conduct this with a 200 DS, 150 DR patients, and the dose will be 2 gram daily plus 75 milligram of B. And then this is the overall requirement of the material that we need and which we will prepare. And the total number of the tablet required for the entire trial is around 55,000. So this is our scale that we will now target. And with this, I think because of lack of time, I can show you the technical data, which is pretty lengthy. So with this, I conclude and will like to have questions from your side. Yeah. Yeah. But in the case of the ALS, yeah, if I tell you something about this clinical trial, they have even gone to the 15 gram. Yeah. So 2 gram daily, we are proposing on a daily basis. Hmm. See, actually, you are right. So there are two ways of doing it. Either we take this thing, 2 gram 75 OD, or take 1 gram 35 BD. I think that will be pretty safe for us. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. We have seen the efficacy in the patient-derived monocytes also. I can just show you this basically. So we are now working with the patient-derived macrophages.
Doctor,
Yeah.
I am just asking one question.
Yeah, sure.
Because you have already administered this to the patients.
No, it has not.
Only for the clinical.
Yeah, only for the
Animals.
blood-derived is animal injected, completed the phase 1 with the animal studies, and in addition to that, we have seen its efficacy in the patient-derived monocytes, blood-derived monocytes.
So you injected that monocyte into the animal and then you can administer it.
Yeah.
You have followed that route?
Yes. Yeah.
Because
In animal, we have done complete.
Because I work very closely for the camelites.
Yeah.
For the Alzheimer.
Mhm.
previous project.
Yeah. So we have done the. Yeah.
Whenever you are injected, you would use injected.
No, not injected, orally.
Or-
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. Because
yeah.
I heard. So
No,
that's why
orally.
Or-
Yes. Yeah.
Right, ma'am.
Orally. Yeah. So
Okay,
that will be oral.
Okay. No. So the second phase of so basically the human trial is still
Is
pending.
on this. Yes.
So humanoid, you can say in other words, a lot of immunological person sitting over here. So is humanoid on the nutraceutical is allowed in India?
Yeah, I think that's why they have given us permission to move on. It will be.
That's doctor. Whatever the team has already worked, appreciate that whatever you have done. It's very recognized by ICMR and a lot of other global partners also.
May I add a point here? So you asked what we are looking for, as we have already done the trials and it has been recommended by ICMR. So our Amity's, AIMS and JALMA, India's, including Amity, our main objective is to take this product to the customer.
That's right.
Right. So that is why we have invited you. We are open to do the TOT, transfer of technology, as you have the capability, capacity, and the expertise also. So that's why we have shown you all the trials. And if you are convinced at this level, we are open for the TOT. And if you want to have some more trials, and in that case, we can take you as our industrial partner.
So that's what I'm saying. The first take is we have to sign a CDA with you guys.
This
the
is
first-
what I was discussing with Yashna also. Last time we had an online meeting. Then it was proposed that first you people will visit Amity University. Yeah,
Sir,
we have already discussed.
sir,
The next step would
can
be
I
setting of
interrupt you?
CDA.
Can I interrupt you? Sir, actually, Amit Singh is on the IPRC meeting of ICMR. So can he speaks? Amit, can you please now share your views, please?
Yeah, so good afternoon to all. Myself, Dr. Amit from Jalma. So, as Dr. Hadda has already mentioned that there are no new drugs for last 40 years except bedaquiline and procainamide that in two with too much regulations and restricted for MDR patients. So, this molecule has shown lot of potential. So even there was more than 2 log reduction even with 1 month treatment. So we are quite hopeful that we have come. This molecule is already being tested for some other diseases and generally regarded as safe by FDA. So this molecule has lot of potential. So for TB and even we can cut short the treatment for drug sensitive tuberculosis. So without replacing the normal regimen which is currently recommended by WHO with this adjunct therapy. So this will be a wonderful take, and as ICMR believe in from lab to land transfer of technology. So what we have shown up to preclinical data with very superior efficacy. So yeah, if we can go further with these collaborations, it will be very much helpful for this uh, molecule.
Thank you, Dr. Amit. Thank you for your words.
Sir, you would request. Yeah, yeah.
First take is you have already completed the animal. Now the second phase is for the humans. So that is how much time you are anticipating for the human trials to be concluded?
Yeah, that's a good point. So the point. See, actually, I want to just share my view how we take on our collaboration. So the ICMR grant is on, so we need funding because without funding, no trial is possible.
Absolutely.
So I think the funding will probably come in this, let's say by if we submit for this round, should be by September or something, correct? August.
Yeah,
September, yeah. And then we will be on for the
Hmm.
clinical studies, and Dr. Hadda will get all the papers run at the AIMS, and he will be ours, the clinical side. And what we have planned initially to do it at the AIMS Delhi, then followed by other AIMS chain of the hospital. We are targeting overall 3,000 patients
Okay.
across the India,
Okay.
Pan AIMS network. That's our plan. I've already discussed with 3-4 AIMS, AIMS Rishikesh, AIMS Patna, AIMS Hyderabad. So they are all willing to support us.
So entire protocol is ready for the
Yeah.
clinical trials.
Yes.
Yeah, number of patients
Yeah,
and
yeah,
who is
yeah.
the success covered
Yes,
for
yes.
this, who is the doctors
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
But I think good. There's advantage for us that for us it's nutraceutical. The phase 2A B data will be sufficient to launch
Fine.
it to the clinic.
Fine.
So we don't need
Take
even
your
phase
words.
3.
So maybe this product will be come after, let's say you start somewhere around September, then anticipated maybe around the first quarter of the 2027.
That's what my window of
Yeah.
analysis.
So maybe it will be commercialized somewhere around in second half of the 2027.
Correct.
Okay. So my request is, or rather, I can say we have to, Yashna, we have to sign a CDA with this. We have to go deep dive on this because this is a very nascent stage of the product. It's a very nascent stage, right? So ultimately we are from the commercial side.
Well, actually, I would just add here because I could not share you the data. We have tested this with n is equal to 35 PTR MTB patient derived macrophages and 18 healthy.
Sir, well taken. Sir, okay. Ultimately, we have to commercialize the product. Ultimately, Dr. Amit, if you understand, please intervene wherever you want. So when we are going to commercialize, this commercialization may be the second half of the 2027, right? So if I'm not wrong, we can understand two ways. One, for whatever the formulation you have made, we need to develop the formulation. That's the first thing, because you have administered only for the animals. So that may not be good to go for the humans. Yeah, that's the first thing. Because FDA is already approved your product. Still, I don't know, I'm not sure whether it is a part of FSI, because ultimately we have to going to take a license for the FSI. Right? So that's what I'm saying. So maybe by doing this, because a lot of agencies are involved in this, and we have to take this product in our portfolio. So it will take doctor some time. Right. So maybe my take is, let's say, last quarter of 2027. So Zeon will support to develop the formulation, right? And for the stability. Without stability, we will not release the product for any human trial. They will. They will. They will. Yeah, that's the best way to, because ultimately you are working for the humans here, right? Absolutely. So in that case, licensing is one part, right? And so maybe more technical things come across when we sign a CDA. Yeah, right. No, that's what I'm saying. Because there's 2 grams, as you said very correctly, it's maybe the BD. Yeah, it's more recommended BD. Actually, क्या होता है? If I'm not wrong, because Dr. Hadda will, when we connect Dr. Amit Singh ji or Hadda ji and other parts of this. So when we discuss this in how to take the product to the client or for the patient, so a lot of things will come into the picture. Abhi we are talking in a very little things. This. No. When we go for the formulation, we are not sure how much problems we are going to face it. Whether it is going forward or may it take more time on this to develop the formulation, right? So we can say CDA, and then do you have any data, commercial data, that because this is the, as you can say, the biologics we are using adjacent, right? So with the current product, because I have worked a lot in Lifesciences, right from 90s in Lupin. I made a lot of 80 tons every yearly basis for Lifesciences. So what I'm saying, product is good. And you can say multi-resistant, this thing, my proteins is, you can handle. Alzheimer, I have seen one word over here in one slide. So based on this, we can say, yes, we can go for the formulation. We can support you. And then we can, in a small group or whomsoever with the commercial side, we try to also understand if we invest in this, yeah, or the channel partner for you, right, how it's going to move forward in 2027 and how commercially it is viable for us. First, we sign the CDA with you, then we go for the details on this. Everything is fine. TB hai, sab kuch hai, dawa hai, everything is there. But ultimately, numbers work. Fine. Okay. So no, what I'm saying now, because when we go further, so this is one of the discussion. We can ask a lot of questions over here, which is maybe you guys also not in position to answer it. I know the confidentiality you have. I know. So that I'm not asking that questions. I can ask questions, or my colleague will ask the questions only when we sign the CDA with you guys. That's the way how two professions work, right? So that's why the association, as doctor has mentioned, this is not only the one product. We are not interested only in this product. We are interested a lot of whatever your team is working for the startup movement or this, that. So slowly we can involve in that. Right, sir?
Can you also expand on some of your experience on conducting clinical trial, the oldest population, marketing as a product? And have you also participated in conducting or partnering with another institution or academic institution for taking a product like this, either nutraceutical or pharmaceutical? Can you share?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, so we have worked for not as in Zeon, but another company for the camelide. The camelide is basically the chemical cell. Uh, the cell of the chemical is very resistant. It is not easily, you can say camel is not suffering for any disease very easily. So that cell is basically, you can say modified in one of our Indian partner only in US. And he is working from last, I think, 20 years in the global companies. And so they are working, injecting the Alzheimer protein in that. And the blood barrier is this efficacy is very high for this. So this molecule, one of the Indian partner, a big pharmaceutical company, wants to take into the India. So they have done only in the lab. So then we search for the animal. In India, big animal is restricted for the clinical trials. Amit Singh ji, please correct me if I'm not wrong. So that's why we go for the Singapore and Australia.
No, but if it is but for the primate trial, big animal trials happens even in, you see, no AMTC. You have put a ICMR center for big animals, including horses,
Right.
the goats,
Yeah.
sheep,
Right.
dog.
So ultimately,
Pigs.
pig, yeah, you're right. But ultimately, the human is very close to monkeys. That was the concern for us. So ultimately, that trials we have conducted outside. When the interfacing is starting in India, because humanoid we have to do. We cannot take this product if we take for the animals and everything is fine, efficacy is fine, safety, efficacy is everything is fine. We cannot take it straight away to the humans. And this is one of the main two products, or you can say the two. One is Alzheimer, one is Parkinson. This is the two verticals. Every big company is working on this. This is the hot sell product. Any breakthrough in this, because I have seen one word. So I just want to catch that one. What is this? No, that's right. So that's what I'm saying. So it's a very big molecule. How to sell it, that's important. Because you are working only for the TB. But why TB? When Alzheimer's? I will not sell for the TB. I will sell for the Alzheimer's. No, that's what I'm saying, sir. That's what I'm saying. I requested Dr. Prakash that if the guidelines for the nutraceuticals is different than the pure.
Yes, yeah.
I know this is different, but I just want to understand myself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's it. Well taken, sir. Well taken. I'm not debating on this. I'm not debating because whatever the experience I have, I need to understand whether go very straight on this or tomorrow if we invested in, because the money is involved in this. Hmm. Hmm. So that's right. That's what I'm saying. So fine. We can sign the CDA and then we can move forward on this. The cost is just give me 1 minute because I'm more interested in the numbers. Now I'm a technical commercial person. Technology is right up. No, I'm not a businessman. I'm a pure chemical engineer. Basically I'm a chemical engineer. Yeah. So we have to evaluate from that perspective because money invested, money gain is very clear front of this, right? Because molecule is good, but I just need to understand the way we move forward. Let's say, uh, because when we are developing a new molecule, let's say it's 80-20 ratio. 80%, whatever the timelines we are deciding, we will achieve. But 20% it may by, right? We have to accommodate everything. It's not very straight that whatever we are saying, let's say last quarter of this 2027 will go. No, it may be prior to this. But normally, you take more time for this because there are a lot of government regulations and you have to clarify. So, assembling the patient data, and then you have to go for the again for the government, and then they will release the product for the commercially. So this is what is required. And only after government approval, it will be a part of your the list of PSI. Otherwise, it will not be because Form 29 we have to take only for the you can say the laboratory only, right now. Correct me if I'm not wrong. Everything I don't know, yeah.
I would also like to.
So, yeah. So based on your experience, Sharma ji, uh, you are Sharma. Yeah, Sharma ji, please. I just read from there because I joined late, so that's right. So Sharma ji, when it comes to with your ample experience, when you talk about the cost involved, you rightly said because there's very important numbers. So when we compare again coming back to pharmaceutical versus new, so what is the difference in the cost? Yeah, that's the point.
Now, can you just tell me a little more about your company in terms of manufacturing? Where is the R&D facility? Where is the manufacturing? What products you are already in the market you have brought in? And so can you just expand on your company profile in terms of R&D strength, manufacturing, quality control, as well as any participation in the clinical trials, the new drug or new nutraceutical brought into the market where you are. So we like to understand a little more about you.
Okay, fine. So, as I mentioned, we are the CDMO for nutraceuticals. So there's two modus operandi we have. One modus operandi is if somebody is coming with their technology, so we accept the technology and we manufacture. Other is we have our R&D, which we call as an F&D, formulation and development. So we develop the formulation, and after the development of the formulation, we can offer to the clients. They select our formulations, and the sole partner is with us only. A lot of product already we have sold to the big Indian pharma companies, and we are working very close to this. So 2030 or 2047, this Modi ji ka agenda hai, Viksit Bharat. The nutraceutical is moving like you can say at a CAGR or somewhere around 25%. Yeah. Because 2030 is they are talking, let's say the four times, 5 times what we are getting today. Absolutely. Yes. So this way, and the if you just see in the global front, people are not really interested to take the pharma products. They're more interested to take children and think tablets and rather chaman products, you can say. Right now. So because this is coming from the botanical side. Right now. So this is one of the area where you're working in the TB area. Oncology is another area. We are working we have a very good product for the oncology and we are commercialized on oncology. Yeah. Fine. So he is the gentleman who can give you more on this, and we can come across to the more details, and we can also try to understand from your perspective. So what I suggest is we have to sign a CDA not only for this product, but for an umbrella. An umbrella, what you have, you just give us what we can interested, how we can associate with you for development of the product. That is the much bigger picture than this product. So as you ask me the question, I just give you another brief on this. So we have a spray drying facility. Zeon is, you can say, is a 40 years old company. So earlier we were in the business of dairy products. And now the company is, you can say, in the business of nutraceutical, and we split. And the family is split. One family is doing the dairy business, other family is doing the business of the nutraceuticals. So we are in the nutraceuticals. So we have a spray dye product with us. And this spray dye product is the new vertical for the formulation powder. It's a new vertical for this thing. As you correctly said, the liposomal. So I work liposomal only for the injectables. 2015. Earlier I was just disclosed. I work for Mylan, US. Right. So India में भी कोई company नहीं है, सब में काम किया है. So what I'm saying, this is a very good initiative and I appreciate the leadership of doctor. And so we can conclude like this in one sentence is, we will sign a CDA with you guys for a bigger umbrella for R&D and you can, if you want to develop this product with us, fine. If you want to use our facility, fine. We will support you for the clinicals and other thing for the commercial products. If some of the products we are interested, we straight away buy for this.
So would you be interested, please keep that open, whether you like to take the technology and in this stage and then take it forward in partnership with you, that option also keep it open.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir. right? We can draft it, we can take you in confidence. Your legal team, our legal team will work together, right? And then we can work it out how it's going to be. And then we can, if you ask me the question, what next? And after that, we make a chart because you are going for the ICMR funding. And then we can start working on the technical data front, right? And maybe we can start the formulation part, right? In the laboratory, we have to see how best we can think. But before that, we can also see the numbers. Everything. We have stability.
Pramod, you like to say that?
We will add excipient accordingly to make this formulation is more bioavailable in that format. And yes, sir. So I have, sir, some questions regarding our studies, what we did in our phase one study. So the duration of this, the administration of these two molecules to the animals, what was the duration of this administration of our product? 3 months. Okay. And sir, we did our studies is a target of adjuvant therapy or both? Both we did. Since a nutraceutical formulation, we need to claim not for medicinal use. As per FSS, right? Na? So yes. Medicine plus this is adjuvant therapy. Okay. Right. Thank you.
And so just answering to your question about what Zeon is all about. So our manufacturing facility is located in Paonta Sahib, Himachal. It's close to Dehradun, about 1.5 hours of drive. That makes it clearer for the location.
Visit them. Maybe by car you can go, right?
Yeah, easily. It's a 5-hour drive non-stop.
That you have to go.
We travel every week. Yes. No worries. And we have about 12 dosage formats that we manufacture in 4 different integrated facilities that we have. So we have a single facility of 28,000 yards. And over there, we have 4 different complexes where different dosages are being manufactured in terms of tablets, capsules, diskettes, liquids, and powders. So इसी में और bifurcated our dosages हैं. Then we have more than 10 accreditations, including a NABL accredited lab. We have a DSIR certified R&D, GMP certified facility. Then we have several more certifications like. Yeah, we are FDA registered. So there's that. And we also have a couple of.
We are looking at global market, not just Indian market.
So we do have an exports division as well.
Every patient, every year being added. You can For us to operate. And continue.
So in brief, I mean, I hope that answers your question about what Zeon does.
Talking about Zeon, Sharma, you wanted to ask, since we're talking about umbrella CDA. I work in the area of kidney stones. By the way, I'm Chandradeep Tandon. I'm additional Vice Chancellor here.
Oh, Tandon
And
Saab, बोलिए.
I'm also Dean of Faculty of Biosciences and Biotechnology. I'll just share it to my side.
So a brilliant scientist, academician, and also a great leader who has built Amity Institute of Biotechnology with 2,000 students, more than 120 faculties, 50 projects, more than 50 projects he has completed. He's a great leader. So,
Sharma ji, currently I'm working in the area of management of kidney stones, urothelial since last many years now. Okay, and I've currently got a 1 crore funding from Ministry of Ayush also. Okay, so I have developed a product. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just wanted to seek your suggestion on that. So this was a plant, I had done a back-to-back project funded by DBT on that. I've already done with that particular extract from the plant as a nutraceutical. That's why my interest got evoked. I've done preclinical studies. I've done toxicity studies on the rat model, and toxicities also were done from the Pune. I outsourced it. That's a very nice one. We gave very good data. Now I want to move towards clinical trials. So can Zeon help me in that? I'm just looking very at the moment a very very sketchy kind of a
Fine, doctor. Everything is doable. Only what is the business model? What is the business model? How we're going to achieve that with a stipulated timelines? Right now, it's very clear because if somebody is investing, let's say, if on behalf of Zeon, if I say a call that if I am investing, then all will say, how am I going to monetize of this product?
Of course,
Right now.
that is very logical.
So that's what I'm saying.
But you
because
have those facilities too.
Well,
as I could
we
get
have the
from-
facility to manufacture. We have the facility for the F&D.
Yeah, because Dr. Silamurthy also asked you, can you also assist us in conducting clinical trials for other products?
That's what I'm saying. Boss, डॉक्टर साहब, टंडन साहब CDA साइन करते हैं, उसके बाद बात करते हैं.
ठीक है.
हम फिर बात करते हैं. Right ना?
Sure, because
Right now.
there are so many other, yeah.
हाँ.
Absolutely, everybody.
आपके यहाँ एक मिस्टर श्रीवास्तव होते थे जो IIT से आए थे, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में.
एक
SK श्रीवास्तव.
एक ही शुरुआत.
एक ही श्रीवास्तव.
हाँ.
Because I did my BTech from HBT from 80.
He was
89.
the director to unfortunately.
then there is one J.K. Srivastava in Lucknow campus.
He's
Okay.
There are A.K.
JK or
Srivastava.
AK?
पता नहीं यार, तुम तो याद नहीं रहता.
So
लेकिन वो
now,
यहाँ रहे हैं वो.
Meenakshi. ठीक है. Now, in the meantime, let me say how we can move ahead. How quickly you can sign the CDA, you find out. Maybe in a couple of days it should go. Okay, that you go ahead. You don't have to have formal function. And now you work directly with them. So after having signed the CDA, then let us sit together and identify, make a flow chart. If this product has to come to the market, what are all the next steps? Say like, for example, you need to have the ethical committee approval, institutional ethics committee. So you have to parallelly take it. Whether this industry or that industry, we have to have that. So let us go through as a product through the human ethics committee, which we have Amity of got. That is the next step. Then FS, Food Standard Safety Authority of India Limited, whether their stamp is required. Since it is nutraceutical, apply in any case, parallelly, not as a formulation, but this formulation which will go either in the form of whatever, whether it's tablet or it is liquid, that we will decide subsequently the formulation. But we can, as a product which we are now looking at, we can also go for at this stage itself. Hridesh. So that is the next step. Then for make the protocol, clinical trial protocols for phase 2, what are the, how many patients? There should be a rationale in arriving at the patient size, sample size. So what is that patient number based on what that will you randomize it or will it be a stratified trials you will carry out? Because this is also very important that what is the design of your trial and the protocols, how many drug regime, whether BD or you'll give single dose or double dose. So this also, the therapeutic regime has to be worked out. Then what would you measure in terms of the end, yeah, so all that, that protocol also share with them and with the Human Ethics Committee. Then the next step is make a techno-economic assessment. Like what will be the actual market demand if it goes through ICMR and National Health Mission, like DHR, promotes it, because DHR funds such clinical trials, not ICMR. ICMR normally technically approves, but the funding for clinical trials from Department of Health Research. So we have some contacts there. So we need to look at the funding opportunity available. When is the scheme? Anytime you can submit. So those things you work out. Then we will go with the proposal, maybe jointly with them, that this is our industry partner and this is the costing required, but that has to be a realistic cost worked out with some buffer margin in between if there is some more patients or some losses. So all that you need to work out what is the total quantity required of this nutraceutical required in what batches. That is it that because patients are not going to come one day, all the 3,000 patients. So that also you work out the schedule and then quality control. Once the formulation is made, stability is assured. How would you quality control batch to batch variation? What is the so that is QA QC parameters for assessing. This is the formulation. It has a stability for 2 years or 1 year, whatever may be they will say accelerated thermal stability they will do, or they have the other method. So look at that also. Then you assess what is the global market available, which are the countries as well as the Indian market available. And then what are the missions through which we can go? Like mission means like national TB mission, TB elimination. Yeah. So where we should promote now, we should keep them informed. Such a product is in the way so that they are sensitized not after the product comes. Even parallelly, we are working the market also. We are creating the market so that industry will be interested in investing. And also look at how do the global market works. If it has to be exported, what are the potential countries where the tuberculosis is prevalent? You mentioned Africa. There are many developing world and third world countries where you will require the intervention. So look at that also. All this, if you do, then create a core group. Now you don't have to wait for the main our intervention. Now you should start working after CDA. You sign, keep Meenakshi in the loop and keep them direct dialogue. Create a nodal person from your side so that if you are who is the next person, so that there is no difficulty in communication. Yeah. Approval.
We have been informed to our party through the surgeon also that it was checked with him. That we can only identify the regulatory pathway. Being a academic institution, we can only identify the regulatory pathway, but we cannot take the license of the approval.
The industry will
This
take it.
the manufacturing unit. That is why we approach the manufacturing unit like Zeon, so that they can take the license and start manufacturing.
And sir, to continue on that, I think the issue with
We can be your partner. Then we can
Right.
In fact, I'm waiting for
For which you need to cast the budget project requirement for clinical trial in n number of samples. You did-
for the staff and for the that may also come.
Let's welcome our Vice Chancellor, Balvinder Shukla. So let me brief you, Madam. She is Dr. Balvinder Shukla, our Vice Chancellor, who has been with the system for 3 decades, who has seen the growth of Amity, who has contributed to the growth. And we have discussed this clinical trial with Zeon. It's a big industry in the nutraceuticals and pharmaceutical, who have a global outreach. They have an R&D division. They have a manufacturing division. So we understood the strength of the company in terms of their R&D as well as in manufacturing and marketing. And they'll be a very valuable partner. So we are not only discussing one product, but we are looking for a long-standing partnership with them because we have many nutraceuticals. And we are also having pharmaceutical, like for cancer. We are coming out with a triple conjugate, where a known anti-tumor agent synthetic, as well as curcumin and folate. We are trying to attack the cancer stem cell. So like this, we have many products. So we are signing as the first step, the confidentiality CDA. The first part, NDA, CDA will be signed. Then after that, we will discuss with them. They are interested. First, in principle, they are, after listening to the presentation of Dr. Hridesh, and we are convinced that this is the product which will be very useful as an adjunct to the existing tuberculosis treatment, adjunct therapy, so that we have the conventional medical management combined with this nutraceutical. It will reduce the treatment time as well as increase the sensitivity for drugs to respond and bring the prognosis of the patient. So we are convinced about it. So we are looking forward to partnership, and we will send a small team to their facility also. If they are not very far, maybe 5 hours drive by road, so they can see the facility also. Then we will have a very rigorous review. At least once in 2 months, we will review where we have proceeded and the decision which has been made. And so this is how we are focused. And Sharmaji, would you like to add anything more? He is a great expert.
No, it's
He
not.
has worked in
It's
many
not,
companies
no, it's not like
abroad,
that.
and he has a global experience. And we have an R&D specialist here who was in formulations, and he's the chief of FD. And Reshna is the one who brought, Reshna is the one who brought this connect with Meenakshi, whom she met. Meenakshi met her one of the, and from there the dialogue started, and today they are over to you.
Yeah. So it is our privilege that you give us time. So I can say one thing, the team has done a very great job specifically for this product, and a lot of other products is already in pipeline. And I think this is the time where the collaboration is required, right? So that is the one thing I can say very straight. For any information, our take is we have to sign the CDAs first, and then we can move forward on this. Because this is a very nascent stage, the technology. The formulation need to be developed. The trial is conducted only on the animal part. So it's it's not a very short delivery project. It takes maybe around a couple of years, I can say, because a lot of government institutions are involved for the regulations and the approvals. But we have the facility. Our facility is based in Paonta Sahib, which is close to Dehradun. So we have, you can say, one of the largest CDMO and our company is 40 years old in the business. And we are making products for protein powders and liquid. We are also in liquid. We are in Ayush liquid. We are in spray dye products and capsules, tablets, whatnot. A lot of verticals we are doing, and I think 800 or 1,000 plus formulations already on board with us. So every day is a new day for us. New technologies are coming, like as Dr. Tandon has mentioned for liposomal, we are working on that. All new molecules we are working. So our modus operandi is that we directly, whatever we develop in our R&D, we pass on to the commercial partners, or if somebody wants to utilize our facility as a CDMO, we are working for that. So every day around 100 tons of proteins we are dispensing and delivering. I can say in Paonta Sahib, in India, at least 50-55% for the total demand of India is manufactured in Paonta Sahib. Yeah. So we have Indian partners, we have global partners. Our chairman is Mr. Suresh Garg, and Yasna is his daughter, and she is another company. She is heading another company, which is a UGAP Wellness, right? So this is a small brief. So this is a small. Now a lot of other products are coming into the market. Mushroom is one of the product, you can say. A lot of more proteins which are coming derived from the mushroom part, not only for as a protein, but as a, you can say, for the cosmetic part, other things. A lot of new dimensions are coming, effervescent tablets. And people are educating. Absolutely. Previously in nutraceuticals, let's say we are calling Schedule M. I think, I don't know how many you are aware about this. This is the Schedule M basically apply for the pharmaceutical products. It's, as you mentioned, for the quality doctor. This is how the nutraceuticals also involve Schedule M in their flows. Right? So initially, pharma has working from 4 decades. I started my career in 90s. Right? So from 90s to today, there is a lot of educated manpower, and the plants are available for the pharmaceuticals, whether it's injectable, whether OSD or other parts. But simultaneously, in nutraceuticals, is the edge for us because we are working in nutraceuticals from last 40 years. You know, all tricks and trade of the business and the quality, how to maintain, because we are sustained from last 40 odd years. So now, as far as the quality is concerned, we are, you can say, more than 100% we are assured for our customers and our global partners also, right? So we have an excellent team with us, and nowadays we are developing the team from our side is from the pharma background, pharma quality. So now that's why we have already anticipated how it's going to move. That is a small brief about my company. I'm saying because when I saw your presentation, again, I'm mentioning a lot of diseases you have mentioned. This is a wide spectrum. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's going to be react. But this is R&D means you have to invest. Yeah, exactly. So I think, gentlemen, what's your good name? Dr. Lalit. So as we mentioned for this rifampicin, I manufactured rifampicin in 90s for Lupin. Lupin is the only global partner who is covering 70% of the market. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Now everything is, my chairman always says one word. आपको बताता हूँ क्या है. जो दवा खाते हैं ना, उससे डिसीज कंट्रोल होती है, खत्म नहीं होती. न्यूट्रा से जो होता है ना वो खत्म हो जाता है। दिस इज हाउ वी कैन डिफरेंशिएट। हाँ, तो
Madam, to say a few words because she has to leave.
Krishna, everything you want briefly, just after that final bus. Krishna.
Quite honestly, I don't really have anything to add. Everything's been covered up. But I'm looking forward to this collaboration that we have, and I hope it's fruitful for the both of us.
Good. That's a big message. Very good. That's like an amitié.
Yeah. First of all, that I would like to welcome the team of Zeon and our alumni from the school. And you see, our honorable founder, President Dr. Han, always have said that no research is good if it's not in the use of the society. And how it will reach for to the society, it is only through the transferring the technology to the industry so that it can be commercialized. So the industry partners are extremely important. And if in that industry partner there's the element of alumni, that makes even more important. And I know that I was just seeing some presentation online, and Dr. Hridesh has been working very hard. And the areas which his center is covering, because his center is only for the translation research in the various fields. And still that even if you do that translation research, it is important that you are the industry partner. And so Meenakshi is the bridge there. Her job is to search for the right partner. And where they have the real interest in the technology development. And so we are looking at the two aspects. One, we look for that how the technology can go to the industry, to the technology transfer, or it goes to the industry where the faculty himself or herself, develops and creates the own startup. And we support our faculty in that also. And so the faculty startup. And what presentation is going on, this is only about this, that the Ministry of Education's institutional innovations cell, and where that they have said the R&D also has to be promoted in big way, and the innovation and entrepreneurship, and majorly in the students, but also in the faculty. And that's what we are at the moment talking to all the deans and HOIs, how we can further strengthen these initiatives. And so I'm sure that today what the discussion have happened, it will materialize to something, some initiative will come, just signing any kind of whether it's a confidential agreement or whether it is a MOU, that's just the beginning. And just signing any agreement is not good unless some action has been taken. So what I will be expecting, Meenakshi, you, Hridesh, and under the guidance of Dr. Tandon, because who happens to be dean also, and the additional provisy and the Silvamurthy, and I come much later because day to day is Dr. Tandon, you have to look after wherever Meenakshi is facing any difficulty, and I'm sure the industry is always very fast. We have seen that they want how soon the researcher can meet their requirements. Okay. And so I'm sure that something good will come. And that dream of which Viksit Bharat, our honorable Prime Minister, have given, that India will be the self-reliant nation, and the self-reliance can come only from the economic development. One said in that, when we are talking about self-reliant nation, so the very first pillar where we are talking about the empowered citizen, in that empowered citizen, the very first vision is the health. Okay, so whatever this technology is going to take, but it's purely contributing into the well-being and the health of the curing the disease. So I'm sure that it will be the one way of contributing to the mission of the Viksit Bharat. And I'm extremely happy to welcome the Zeon company for partnering with the Amity. And again, also our alumni. And so thank you very much, Meenakshi. Okay, that you both, then I said that you and Yasna met, and then at least they found that whatever the technology the Desh has developed, because he is very passionate. Sometimes he troubles me middle of the night also. Yeah. Huh? Why? He will call me in the middle. He's so passionate. He will call me. So no, that's yeah. Yeah. So that's so I'm very happy, Siddesh, for you. And so and the team from the center. And yeah. So that's it. So wish you all the best and to this collaboration, and look forward to having the outcome finally. And outcome is the only the commercialization of the technology. And how soon we can do that, and I will wait for that. So wish you all the best.